Anime. We both like anime, right, Matt?
No, anime is for shut-ins who live in their basement, who stare at computer screens all day.
Yeah, you're right. So how is that
Sure.
basement where your computer currently is?
It's cold. It's really cold.
It's cold. It's a little cold in my office that I'm shut in every day. But so anyway, anime. So I mean, we both like anime. We watch an anime for like 20 years each. You know.
Oh yeah.
We've made lists on this channel of us liking certain anime and certain series and stuff. Have you heard of the list that's been making waves online at the moment?
No, I really haven't. What?
ScreenRant have put out their list of the 50 best anime series of all time. And to say people are calling it controversial or just wrong is an understatement.
So they're labeling the best of the best.
Their 50 best anime of all time.
Ooh, that's a bold statement.
Yeah. Should we have a look?
Yeah. Let's go. Let's pull it up.
At number 50, they have Summertime Rendering. Have you ever seen it?
Nope. You?
No.
Okay.
But I have heard it's pretty good.
I've never even heard of that one.
It's your typical mystery sort of like show where I think he goes back to his hometown and like there's like a mystery going on and stuff like that. Yeah,
Okay.
I've seen a few shows like that. Not really my thing, but fair enough. Number 50, you know. Yeah. Number 49, My Teen Romantic Comedy Snafu. Now I have seen this. Have you seen it?
I have not seen of it. I've not seen it, but I have heard of it and looked into it.
Yeah, it's good from what I've heard, but at the same time, like it's top 50.
I mean, 50 is a big list.
50's a big list. That's true. Number 48 is where the controversy really starts.
Ooh.
Number 48, they've put Gintama.
So I have known of Gintama for years, but I've never watched it.
It is an OG. It's considered one of like the best like comedy sort of like shows going. It has I think it has like over 100 episodes.
Really?
Or something like that. Like it is a really long running show. Like it's been going for years and they've put it at 48.
That's wow.
Like
well, I mean, they
it's
said it was
funny.
They said it was better than My Teen Romantic Comedy Snafu.
Sniffu. You're sniffing them. Yeah. But I mean, for me, like I've seen Gintama, like it doesn't deserve to be that low. If they've put this at 48, the next 47 need to be incredible. Honestly.
Dragon Ball Z 42.
Well, let's have a look. 47 is Code Geass. Really?
Oh, I'm surprised that's low. So it's one of the ones I've known of. I've never watched, but it's been recommended to me so many times that I'm surprised it's that low too.
Code Geass is supposed to be like a classic, you know?
Yeah.
Like it hurts to say classic when it came out in like 2006, but it's considered a classic.
Well, let's see. What is it? Vintage is 15. No, retro is 15 years old. So it's a retro anime. Yeah. Almost.
Retro in gaming is 15 years. So yeah, Oof. It would be retro. Yeah. Oh no, I've just seen 46. Have you seen 46?
I just got there.
Oh, no wonder there's controversy. They put Gintama at 48 and Haikyuu at 46.
Okay, but to be fair, isn't Haikyuu like one of the most popular sports anime?
It's one of the, if not the most popular sports anime of all time.
Let's see. Blue Lock is a sports anime too, isn't it?
Yeah. Blue Lock is football or soccer. Yeah.
Okay, because I've heard a lot about that one too. Sports anime aren't it for me. I've seen 2 of them, and they weren't my cup of tea.
I've seen a few sports anime that I liked, but for the most part, I don't like them. I liked Kuroko's Basketball. I liked this is going to show my age. I liked Prince of Tennis. Okay. I liked Ice Shield 21. But other than that, sports anime are not really my thing. But Haikyuu being 46, that is low. That is low.
All right, so what beat it?
Well, 45 other things, including Azumanga Daioh is 45. What is this list?
What do you... Okay, I feel like I've seen memes on this, but...
Okay, have you seen the dog on TikTok that says, "Hello, everyone. How are
No.
you? Fine." You haven't seen that?
Wait, is this
Oh
the
my god.
anime that constantly has the girl going nya nya?
Yeah,
Everything she
yeah.
okay.
So there's like it's a pure slapstick sketch comedy show, where like it's just sketch after sketch after sketch, but like
Okay.
it is so funny. You have absolutely seen clips of this. There's the well, I'm thinking about ones that have circulated. There's the one where the girl gets her hand bitten by the dog and she screams like up for a minute.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Like that's Azumanga Daioh. There's one where there's three of them with like a bazooka shooting it at a guard and stuff like that. Like Azumanga Daioh is like sketch comedy gold, and they've put that at 45. Honestly, this is either going to be the greatest list of all time, or it's going to be a horrendous list. Like if they've got 44 shows that are better than the ones we've seen already, this is wild.
I'm
It's
curious to see what the
absolutely
top 10 are at this rate.
wild. Right? Oh! I did
Yes.
not just see that at 44.
So that would explain why it's so controversial.
44 is Attack on Titan.
I feel like
my
this list is just rage bait.
It feels like it must be rage bait, right? Attack on Titan at 44?
You know, it may not be my top 10 anime, but
It's not
that's
mine either, but-
that's at least a top 15 anime. Like, it's iconic.
Like for me, Attack on Titan wasn't my thing. I watched some of it, it just wasn't my thing. But like I can appreciate the fact that that is a top 20 anime of all time.
Yeah, no, it's a massive anime.
Yeah, that is top 20. I've heard that compared to being the Game of Thrones of anime. You know, because it captured so many people in the same way that Game of Thrones did. Like that's
I would almost
wild.
relate it to like a Fight Club type anime, because Fight Club, the more you watch it, the more you see stuff. That's how Attack on Titan is. If you watch everything and then watch it over, it Easter eggs itself in its infinite time loop.
Yeah, it's absolutely one of those things of like you watch it again and again and again, you see more and more details. Like it's wild that's 44.
That's brutal.
Like I keep seeing shows and go, no, they didn't put that low, and then I see a more audacious one after it.
Yeah, no, I think that's going to be one of the biggest ones right there.
Yeah. 43 is Violet Evergarden. Okay.
So
I mean, that's low, but it's not Attack on Titan low.
no, but the fact that they put it above Attack on Titan is bold.
Yeah,
Actually,
that is
the fact-
bold. It's a great show, but
Yeah.
like it doesn't deserve to be above Gintama, Azumanga Daioh, Attack on Titan. It doesn't deserve to be above those.
I would give it a top 25, maybe.
I'd push for like 30. Like I feel
Really?
like this is a little low, but like it's still in the
It was
realms
slow.
of okay. Yeah, it's in the realms of okay. But
The graphics were what made it good.
42 is a bold one to put at 42. The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya. That is considered one of the golden anime. Like that's like one of the all-time greats of anime.
Never heard of it.
You never heard of it?
No.
It's considered an absolute classic. Like to put that at 42, like the only time I'd expect to see that low is simply because of how old it is. That's the only reason I would see it that low. That's wild.
I've never heard of it before. That's
You don't know it at all.
Nope.
It's an absolute classic. But either way, it's low. It's low.
for what it is.
41 is Fist of the North Star. That's another classic anime.
You know-
It's very low.
I think I'm okay with Fist of the North Star being 41, because yes, it's iconic.
It's old.
It's super old. This is 80s, isn't it? Yeah, 1984.
Yeah, it's old. Like I get it being that low. Like it's one of those where like if you're like one of those like anime purists who've been around and like, oh, I only watch the classics and that kind of thing, then yeah, sure. You would want this to be way higher, but it's aged.
It has. I mean,
aged.
between that, Ghost in the Shell, all the like ones that came out in the 80s and 90s, I could see this being 41, and I'm kind of okay with that.
Yeah, I'm not too fussed about this one.
I'm more worried that it beat Attack on Titan.
Oh, I just saw 40. just saw 40. Oh, they're trying to make us rage. I know they are. This has got to be rage bait.
It has to be, because Death Note is literally one of the top anime still.
Attack on Titan and Death Note in the 40s.
Now, which would you consider more grievous offense? Death Note at 40?
Is more grievous.
Yeah.
Death Note is more grievous.
Yeah, this feels like rage bait. 100% feels like rage bait.
We got 39 more to go. Yeah.
I could understand if maybe this was top 20 and they put it like, because that would put this at number 10.
Right, because like taste is subjective, right? It's completely subjective. But these are wild takes.
They really
these are wild takes. And 39 is Steins Gate. Like, which that's low as well, man.
It is. That's super popular.
Yeah, that's low. Like, I'm not surprised anymore. I'm gonna be honest. Like, this is just unless I see like Dragon Ball or One Piece in like the below 30, I'm gonna be nothing's gonna shock me.
I'm more concerned what's in their top 10.
Right. Avatar: The Last Airbender, number 1.
You know what? I wouldn't even be mad.
I wouldn't. Just for the meme.
Yeah.
38 is... Yeah.
I was say, have you seen 38?
No, I've never seen Anohana. No.
I've never even... I might have heard of it, but I've never seen it now.
No, I've not seen it. I haven't seen 37 either.
Never heard of it.
No. Oh, 36 is Slam Dunk. Do you know what though? I kind of can get that. That's fine. Like that for me, middle of a top 50 for Slam Dunk. Yeah, that's okay.
I feel like it should be a hair lower because yes, it's iconic. Even Don to Don referenced it.
It's a classic.
Yeah,
it's an absolute classic.
That's huge. But I'm kind of okay with where it's situated.
I can live with it. It's not
I'm less okay with what's behind it.
It's not even close to the worst thing I've seen.
No. Let's see, 35.
Gundam. Ooh, Mobile Suit Gundam. I mean, it's a specific Gundam.
Yeah. The Gundam series in general, I personally am okay with it being middle of the list. It's iconic
again, you know.
But it is a niche community. A huge community, but niche.
It's a huge community, but a very niche one, yeah. Personally, and this is going to annoy so many anime fans, I don't like mecha anime. I don't like it.
I've seen ones that I have liked. Gundam isn't one of them.
Yeah, I think I got turned away from mecha anime because I saw Eureka 7.
Okay.
And it was so bad. It was so bad. And I was just there like, oh, this is trash. Mecha anime must suck. And so I just never watched anymore.
One of these days, I'm just going to go through and find all these pivotal, like, old school anime, like anything pre-2000s, and I'm just going to binge them all to say that I have.
Right. Like a rite of passage kind of thing.
Right. Let's see.
34... Nichijou. Okay.
I know of it.
That's another one that's like slapstick sketch sort of thing. Okay.
I wish it was a little bit lower, but I mean, it's not offensive.
The fact that Azumanga is so much lower than this is a bit weird. So, because they're kind of the same. But, it's fine with me. Ooh. Oh, you're going to hate this. Ooh. Samurai Champloo at 33.
I'm more offended by the fact that there's stuff ranked lower than it that is better than it. But, 33 for such a shock. Yeah. 33 for such a good anime, but it's a small anime. I think there's only 12 episodes. There might be 24.
It's a very niche anime as well. Not as many people have seen it as you'd think.
Yeah, it's a one-off for sure. So, I mean, it's not bad. It's a personal favorite of mine, but it's not too upset.
Yeah, I liked it. I would be happy with it in the 30s. I just thought that you would want it higher.
I mean, I'm just happy that it made a top 50 of all time, like of all anime. I think that's cool.
Hey, it beat Attack on Titan and Death Note.
Confirmed. It's pivotal. Everybody has to watch it now.
There you go. 32 is Trigun. Ooh, I think the thing is, again, it's the age thing. If it wasn't for the age thing, I'd be more annoyed at this one. I'd be more annoyed at this. Trigun is iconic. It's considered one of the best anime of all time. And yet,
Trigun
this
is
list
huge.
of best anime.
I'm really curious about this top 15 at least.
Top 20, I'm mostly wanting to see, and we'll get there. 31, I've not seen. I've not seen 31.
No, I don't even think I've even heard of Wolf's Rain.
No. 30 is Megalobox. Okay.
I know of it. I've never seen it.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard it's good, so fair enough that it made it to 30. But we're now in the top 30. Just saying. Have you seen 29? Is it bad?
I have.
Oh, you're lying, April. Okay.
Oh man.
All right.
I feel like that's a jab.
I accept it, just because while Your Lie in April is, for me, it's a must see. It's not everyone's cup of tea. It's not everybody's thing.
I could see that. That's kind of like me and Shampoo.
Yeah. Like it making the top 30 is acceptable to me. I'd like it to be higher, but I get it. I've heard of it. I've not seen it. The Rose of Versailles.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard of it.
I mean, it's from the 70s. It's one of the OGs.
Yeah, this says October 10th, 1970. That's 40 years. 45?
50.
Oh, 55. Yeah. Ooh.
It's 55 years old. Yeah. That's almost double your age.
Almost, yeah.
Yeah. It is. It's less than double my age. I'm old, but like it's nearly double your age. 27. Ooh, people are going to be so annoyed. 27 Neon Genesis Evangelion. Ooh.
You know what?
27.
I'm okay with where it's at. One, because I've never seen it. I've never wanted to get into it. But because it ranks higher than Gundam, I'm okay with that.
If this was a top 30, if this was just a top 30, and this was like the third or fourth one you saw, I would understand being annoyed at this. But we've seen some wild takes up until this point. This hits, but it doesn't hit anywhere near as hard as some of the other ones we've seen.
No. For Attack on Titan to be rated that low compared to this, like
Attack on Titan is almost double as far.
Yeah.
It's almost double as far from number one.
Yeah.
Like that, yeah. That's wild.
Let's see, where's 26?
26, I've not seen.
Nope. I don't think I've heard of it either.
26. No. Scott Pilgrim takes off at 25.
I'm not a big fan of Netflix animes.
They're hit and miss with me. Some are good, some are not. Delicious in Dungeon was a Netflix anime.
So I've watched the first episode of it. I watched it yesterday. I liked it a lot better than Sakamoto Days. Sakamoto Days is...
Yeah. Delicious in Dungeon just gets better. It gets better.
Does it?
Better.
Okay.
Yeah. 24. Ooh, that's low. That's quite low. I thought that would be top 20. It's a little low. I thought it'd be top 20. It's one of the best romance anime ever.
So I've heard a lot about it. It's one that I haven't seen.
You've not seen it?
No. I've heard about it for years though.
Yeah. It's one of the all-time classics.
Is it?
Yeah. I mean, I say classic 2006, but yeah, it's very, very good.
I always feel like that scene from Captain America where they're telling him about like cultural references and he's sitting there like writing it down in his journal.
Writing down things to watch. Yeah. It's there going Star Wars.
What?
Ping Pong the animation. Sure.
What even is that?
I was going to say that must be really old. 2014.
Have you heard of it?
Nope.
Mm-mm.
No. Ooh, Gurren Lagann at 22. Okay. It's another classic that they've put.
So, if I was going to put Gurren Lagann at 22 out of 50, not knowing what was lower, I would be okay with that. I'd
be fine with it, yeah. Go on.
There's some hot takes in this.
There's some hot takes. The thing is, whenever we see one like this, like Gurren Lagann, that's like somewhat acceptable in its position, we then go, well, no, this is absolute rubbish because we've seen what the previous stuff is.
Yeah.
Ooh, 21.
So, how many episodes have you watched of Hunter x Hunter?
Not many. It's one of those where like it was set up to be like as big as Naruto and One Piece, but the writer had so many health issues.
So I have heard it gets incredible. I've only made it 5 episodes in.
That's fair. I mean,
it didn't hold me.
It was meant to be. I've heard people compare it as being the big 4, as it were, like it was going to be the 4th one of that group.
Mm-hmm.
But the creator was just too sick. Like he comes back to it every now and again to add more to it. Like it's clearly good because Shonen Jump have never dropped it.
Yeah, it's got a cult following for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely got a cult following. But like. I mean, I can kind of see it. I think there's going to be some people who are going to be really annoyed at that, but I can see it. 20 is Ghost in the Shell.
There's Ghost in the Shell. Let's see. Okay. This is the 2002.
This is the top 20. We're in the top 20 now. We're in the top 20. So, I think at this point, anything that we're like, okay, that deserves to be in a top 20 list, we shouldn't really complain about its position until we get to like the top 5, maybe.
Yeah. I don't know, it depends. Now, if Dragon Ball Z is 19, then we're going to have some issues.
No, Space Dandy is 19. Okay. Right, Space Dandy. A good show, but...
I wouldn't put that top 20.
That would be in my 40s if I have to include it.
They could have started with that, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. 18 is Monster.
Never seen it, never heard of it.
It's a classic. That's too high, in my opinion. They're putting quite a few here so far that are too high.
Maybe they're just going off of their overall watch popularity because it's been around for so long.
Yeah, Fruits Basket 17. That's the first one I've looked at and gone, yeah, that's right.
You know what? Yeah, I can agree with that. It doesn't seem too badly placed.
Yeah, that's I'm like top 20 is respectable for Fruits Basket. Yeah, okay. Okay. One of the OG comedy, romance, drama sort of shows. Yeah, I can see it. I've not seen 16 at all. I've never even heard of 16.
I feel like this is a movie.
No, and I feel like it's got 2 seasons. It says it's got 2 seasons.
Maybe I feel like I tried to watch it at some point, but I got bored within the first 30 seconds.
Maybe. It says it has 2 seasons, but I've never heard of it. I'm not anime enough, clearly. 15 is Cyberpunk, really? Okay.
For as new as it is, I've heard a lot of good things about it. I've heard the ending was rough. Heartbreaking.
I think it's getting another season, isn't it?
Is it?
I don't know. I feel like I heard that it is. It's another Netflix anime.
I've heard a lot of good things about it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I had 15.
I think that's just too high.
Mm-hmm.
Top 30 maybe, but okay. Odd Taxi. Okay. That's an interesting take. It's very unique. I can see it being in the top. I can see it being in the top 20. I can see it being in the top 20. Yeah. It's one of those where people are there going, if you've seen it, you'd understand. It's that kind of show.
Okay.
Yeah, I can see it being top 20. I'm not too fussed about that one. That one's okay.
Okay.
I've never seen 13.
I've never heard of 13.
I've never even heard of it. No, never even heard of it.
No, that one can go.
Okay.
Oh, didn't even make the top 10.
Didn't even make the top 10. Hey, Dragon Ball Z, how you doing? The only consolation you could maybe have from that is that Dragon Ball or Super could be higher.
I would, okay.
I'd say Z is the best one, though.
It definitely is. If you ask me if I had to rank them, I would go, starting at the top, I'd go Dragon Ball Z, then Dragon Ball Super, and then Dragon Ball GT. And then okay, no, I put Daima above GT, but just barely. I don't like.
Everyone forgets about GT for good reason.
That's fine. Just watch Dragon Ball Daima. It's just rebranded GT.
Number 11 is Pluto. Okay.
Never heard of it.
It's another Netflix anime. I've heard it's great. I will say, a lot of this list seems to be Netflix anime.
It really is.
Yeah.
I don't
We've had
watch
three
many.
Netflix anime. We've had like 3 Netflix anime in the last 7, something like that.
Okay, but to be fair, the last time I relied on Netflix for anime was like in 2014. I don't watch Netflix anime, and I didn't know they were making so many of them.
From what I've heard, I'd have to check it. I'm pretty sure Netflix made more from anime than Crunchyroll did last year. As in made more money. Yeah.
That's...
Yeah.
Last year?
Uh-huh.
With Freeran and Apothecary Diaries?
It may be 24, it may be 23, but yeah, I'm pretty sure... Ooh. Pretty sure Netflix anime made more money than Crunchyroll.
Wow. Oh, that might be because Crunchyroll isn't the one actually making them. They're just hosting them.
Could be. There are Crunchyroll originals.
There are, but most of the big names are their own studios. That could be it.
I suppose it's because Netflix have bought the rights to make those anime.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, makes sense.
They're the production studio.
We're in the top 10 now. We're in the top 10. Are you ready for your top 10?
Let's go.
Number 10 is Berserk. Okay. I hold that there has yet to be a true adaptation of Berserk.
You know, if it was just the top 10, we haven't seen anything else, I could understand. I would be okay with it.
Yeah, you'd be okay with it.
It's an oldie but a goodie.
It's an oldie but a goodie. It's probably the only good adaptation of Berserk. But, okay. I mean, we're starting off okay with 10. Number 9, I have never heard of.
No.
I've never heard of number 9.
Nope, never heard of it.
Yeah. Don't you dare take away this one from editing. When you're editing this, don't take away the fact that we don't know what number 9 is.
Yeah.
We have no idea. Neither of us know what this anime is.
Is that uncultured, or is it just that minimal?
Either we're uncultured, or that is a very niche pick. Who knows?
I've never heard of that. I've never seen anything on that.
No. Number 8. Oh, I've never heard of this either.
Okay, I've heard of Madoka Magica.
Oh, it's Madoka Magica. Oh, I just read the first couple of words. I don't know that. Yeah, Madoka Magica I've heard of, but 8 best of all time?
Yeah, no. Nope, pulling the rug on that one.
7.
I've even heard of these.
A 1997 Revolutionary Girl Lieutenant. Wow, that is an out of pocket pull. Wow.
So it's the top 10 that people are mad about.
It must be, because that is wild as a choice. Like, I get it, but like, as top 10, this has suddenly felt like one person has sat down one day and gone, what are my favourite anime? Not what are ScreenRant's as a companies. Like, they've gone around and done like a poll or whatever. This is like one person has been like, you got to make something. They've gone, I'm going to make a list. You know, like,
and it's sounding like they were teenagers in the 90s. Mm-hmm. That's what all these are starting to be.
Yeah. Oh, the one I hate! Oh, literally the one that I said I hate. Oh, God. Oh my God, so Theo. Oh my. Whoever made this is either one of those anime purists we were talking about who have gone back in time to watch like old anime, or they're a little bit older than me. A little bit older than me, and they watched anime in the 90s growing up because
that's so funny.
Eureka 7 is trash. It is such a bad show. It is such a bad show, and there's so many on here that they've pulled from like the 90s and early 2000s that I'm there like, okay, you started watching anime. If this is one person making this list, they started watching anime around 95.
Yeah, 100%.
Wow. Okay.
And that was number 6.
That's number 6. They're top 5 now. Kaiba. Never, ever heard of it.
Nope.
Never, ever heard of it. 2008, so it's not that old. Again, it's another early 2000s. It's another 2000s one. Okay, number 4, Full Metal Alchemist, the first reasonable one I've seen.
Okay,
Jesus.
So I'm gonna anger half the world. I got bored with Full Metal Alchemist. I think I watched Brotherhood. I got bored within the first 5 episodes. It wasn't a bad anime. I just got sidetracked. I need to rewatch it.
It's alright. You've just pissed off the people who were still sticking around after we said Attack on Titan. It's fine.
Oh, but I do like Attack on Titan.
Well, we watched a little bit of Attack on Titan, but oh my god, wow. Okay.
What's number 3?
Top 3. Number 3 is Cowboy Bebop. They absolutely watched anime in the 90s and 2000s.
So with this choice, I think this goes back to how I structured my top 10, in that I know Dragon Ball Z is iconic, nostalgia. But it's nostalgia, and that's what this is. Cowboy Bebop is pure nostalgia.
It's nostalgia. It's iconic, but it's nostalgia.
Yeah.
It's one of those, it's super short, it's good, but it's one of those where, it's earned its spot, but not through being one of the greatest anime ever. It's earned its spot through being a very, very, very good anime that loads of people reminisce on.
It's the friends we made along the way.
Right. Literally, Cowboy Bebop. Right, number 2 is... Oh my god, I've never heard of it.
No.
How have I've never heard of it.
I've never seen a screenshot of it. I've never heard of it.
This is 100% a single person's personal list.
Mm-hmm.
This is a single person's personal list.
Well, look how they start off the review. It's one of the greatest anime film directors of all time. Obviously not if we've never heard of this.
Right.
That's number 2. What's number 1?
Pokemon. Damn it, it's Mob Psycho. Okay. Mob Psycho 100. I get it being in top 10, it being number 1. But can I point out everything that's missing from this list? 50 greatest anime of all time. There's no Naruto, there's no Bleach, there's no One Piece. None of the big 3 made the top 50.
Frieren didn't make it.
No.
None of the pivotal anime in the last 10 years made the top 10, let alone Attack on Titan being in the 40s.
Yeah. Death Note being 40, I think. Yeah. Mob Psycho, nothing against Mob Psycho. Great show. Personally, I don't think it's number 1. That to me screams, more than anything else, this is a person's individual list.
Yep.
Because Mob Psycho being the number 1 is 100% a personal choice. It's a solid choice as a favorite anime for a person, but the greatest of all time, no.
If you are making a list called the best anime series ranked of all time, the one thing that I would think that you're going after is their popularity collectively.
Yeah.
Which would give older anime an edge. But you can't deny anime like One Piece that have the huge following that does. Dragon Ball Z, any of the top 3. The father of anime, Dragon Ball. The modern ones that are super popular right now. None of them made this list.
There's no original Dragon Ball. There's no One Piece or Bleach or Naruto. There's even other things as well. There's no, I'm looking at the comments. There's no Yu Yu Hakusho. There's no Inuyasha. There's no original Gundam. There's no Conan Case Closed.
There's no Yu-Gi-Oh! There's no Yu-Gi-Oh! There's so many iconic ones. Pokemon didn't even make it.
There are so many that could have made this list and should have made this list.
This is a hot take.
This is a hot take, but it's also very, very clearly a personal list. Who made... Okay, so the person who made this is 100% their own list.
Yeah.
This is 100% their own list.
One of the comments says, "What smoke you smoking?" Yeah, no, this is a personal list that they decided to publish for the company. That's what they did.
It's 100% that. I'm looking at I'm not going to try and call out the writer or anything, but on their profile, they have their expertise written in. So what are they an expert in for what they write about on the website? The 3 things they've listed are Full Metal Alchemist, Mob Psycho 100, and Cowboy Bebop.
There it is. Yeah, no, this is a personal list, 100%.
This is a personal list. This is 100%. This isn't we've gone round the screen. We're not sent out an email blast to the office and gone what are your top 10 anime or top 50 anime or whatever, and then
we polled 100 people.
They've not done that. They've gone, I'm bored, I've got to make an article, I'm going to do my top 50 best anime.
Yeah, no, they totally polled these. They Googled probably some of them, and then at the top they're just like, Mob Psycho is the best anime.
So they've got their starting thing is for a medium as diverse and wide-spanning as anime, it can be difficult ranking the best anime series of all time. Apparently it's easy to mess it up, though. Looking at the wide range of metrics fans use to judge quality and everything makes it even tougher. No metric is necessarily wrong. Ultimately, things such as animation quality, industry impact, direction, atmosphere, and consistency can qualify how to rank each anime. Unfortunately, that last point disqualifies some notable fan favorites. Though Naruto and Bleach are both incredible series, their abundance of poor filler eliminates them from the rankings. It also wouldn't be fair to count any currently ongoing series, so he's discounted all ongoing series. While One Piece, Spy Family, forgot about Spy Family, Ranking of Kings, and Kaguya-sama are all masterpieces, it's impossible to rank them without knowing their endings.
I mean, all they'd have to do is say the best 50 anime of all time as of 2024. Date it. I mean, it's just 25 now, but
or do like the 50 best completed anime.
Yeah, if you did completed, I could understand it, but yes,
then things like Naruto and Bleach and One Piece all get cut out automatically because they're still going.
Naruto's technically finished. Boruto's the spinoff that's still going.
Yeah,
Bleach is technically still going. Yeah, One Piece still going, but like I get the Naruto filler thing, but I still think you could put it lower on the list because I think everybody can justify while it's a fantastic anime. If you get rid of all the filler. Dude, it's 50% filler. Yeah. And it's not even good filler.
Yeah. So it seems like their justification for this is if it's abundant with filler, it can't count. And if it's still ongoing, it can't count.
Was there any in here that were ongoing?
I think... Is Gintama finished?
I mean, I would argue that Hunter x Hunter is still going.
Yeah, Gintama finished. Hunter x Hunter is still going.
Yeah. So they've disregarded their own rule set.
Hunter x Hunter is still going. I don't know if the anime is still going, but I think it is.
They probably make it when they get content. And the fact that I've never heard of half of these doesn't help.
The anime is not confirmed as coming back, so they've used a loophole there, I think. But yeah, there's so many that they absolutely could have included, but they've used the loophole of ongoing anime don't count. But surely, now we did our top 10 list of our favorite anime. We made a point of saying it's our favorite anime, not the best anime.
Yeah, it's our personal favorites.
We made a point of saying that we're either caught up on the manga or the anime if it's ongoing. We didn't say, oh, well, they're ongoing, so we can't list them. Because surely, if a series is still going, it's popular.
Yeah. See, right? I would argue that making this list, I think it'd be even better to include the ones that are still going, because that would show that while they made the list early on, they ended at the bottom of everybody's list, if they, went to trash.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I feel like this was a failure of a list.
Yeah, a little bit.
It doesn't help that half the top 10 I've never heard of, you've never heard of.
I'm going back to the top 10. I'm pretty sure. So, out of the top 10, Berserk in number 10 was fine. I had never heard of...
I think Full Metal in number 4 would be kind of justified.
I'd never heard of 4 of the top 10. That doesn't mean they're not good. It just means I'd never heard of them.
Madoka Magica being a number 8, that's a hot take. I don't think that should be
That's a personal choice. Choice. Yeah, the moment you realize, I think we realized around about the 20-ish mark that this is a personal list.
Mm-hmm.
Like, as soon as you realize this is a personal list, I get why so many people are raging about this list because they've missold it. They've sold it as a best anime series of all time, not a my favorite anime series of all time.
I feel like after this, you and I need to sit down and we need to figure out the correct anime list.
We need to do a 50 best anime of all time.
Yeah.
As in, a combined, me and you sit down and make a 50 best.
We sit down and we hash it out. What is the top 50 best of all time, either ongoing or completed? Where does it stand as of right now?
We could do that. If that's something that you would all be interested in. So, I mean, let us know. What did you think of this list? Do you think we're right that this is just a personal list? Do you want to see us make our own 50 best anime of all time? Subjective, of course, but like 50 best anime of all time. Let us know. And if you're typing in all caps right now, I get it. I get it. But yeah, let us know, and we'll see you later, I guess.
Yeah, that's a rough one to come back from.
Oh, okay.
Bye.